Okay, so we're going to talk about how being low energy can hurt your manifestation and law of attraction practices. So it's kind of common sense, if you think about it. If you're very low energy, say your battery of your life is on like 20%. You're on 20%. What do you think happens? Well, you don't have the energy to do stuff. So how does this hurt your manifestation process and trying to get law of attraction working for you? Well, number one, it lowers the thought quality of yourself. So when you are very low energy and you're just dragging, you don't have the energy to do much, let alone get a heightened sense of emotion in your body. Because what is law of attraction about? It's about bringing up these heightened sense of emotions that bring more things, positive things to you. So when you're on like 20%, 15%, your battery is blinking red at you, then it's very hard to bring up those emotions or any emotions at all. I know for me, if I am tired and fatigued, I cannot, there's like no emotion. I'm like a zombie pretty much. I'm walking around like a zombie, and there's really no fluctuation in emotion like we normally have as human beings, because we just don't have the energy or the oomph to do much, Or if we're at 15-20% battery life, then we're walking around and using that 15-20% to basically just do our basic necessities, to be able to function at the baseline level. But to go beyond that, above that, to bring out heightened emotion is very, very difficult. So that's the next thing. Number two, we become very frustrated when we can't reach a sense of heightened emotion within ourselves. I know I've done this so many times, meditating and, trying to manifest things. What I end up doing is I'm efforting. I'm efforting so hard to not be in this blah state when in actuality I can't help it because my battery life is so low. It's so low that I can't bring myself out of it, so I become frustrated. And that's where a lot of people get hung up. They become frustrated, and then they find they're forcing things, they're efforting. And when you effort, what do you think happens? You push stuff away from you, right? You're resisting. So that is the other thing. The third thing is feeling very blah and low energy will actually make your brain overthink. So you will, again, you'll be efforting, you'll be trying so hard that your brain just kind of keeps going, and you keep thinking about it, and you keep thinking about it, and you keep thinking about it. So when you are low energy, when you're like down here, when that battery is blinking red because you've done too much, you've really worn yourself out, and you really are into law of attraction, you're trying to get stuff to manifest, what do you do in that case when you're feeling very low energy? My suggestion is to give up for the time being. Let it go, accept that you feel shitty, you have low energy, and you need to plug yourself back in and charge yourself back up before you can get any kind of manifestation to work for you. Because manifestation is not going to work if you're efforting, if you're forcing, if you are resisting, okay? If you're thinking about it too much. Because what happens, you're going to put it in this death grip, you're going to hold on so tightly that you put it up on a pedestal where you actually push it away from you. And I've talked about this in other videos, about resistance. And that's, where a lot of people get hung up, law of attraction. They're trying to bring something into their life, something external, material possession usually. And they're trying so hard and they're efforting so hard that it backfires. And you usually don't get anything, or you get the opposite of what you want, because by efforting and by trying so hard, you're saying that you're lacking, that you don't have it. So the best thing to do is just let go, plug yourself in, do some self-care and recharge. So, there's a few things that you can do for self-care. Number one, meditation. Sit with yourself, and, meditating is not about trying to relax, efforting to relax. No, it's not going to work that way. What meditation is allowing thoughts to come in and out like a smooth wave, okay? And learning how to let go and just accept what's coming in, what's going out. The more you fight, or the more you focus on how you're stressed and anxious and frustrated, the less meditation is going to work for you, okay? So this is where some people get hung up with like mindfulness practices and things like that, because they're focusing so hard on trying to feel, what they're feeling, what they're thinking, stuff like that. But if you end up focusing so much on how you're stressed and anxious, it can backfire, because then you're like, oh, okay, I'm stressed and anxious, but how do I get rid of it? And then your brain starts churning, and that's where the overthinking process starts. So meditation, you should never force it, because again, that's just going to deplete you. If you're trying to force meditation, you're trying to force relaxation, there's no such thing. You can't relax if you're forcing something, you're efforting again. So, but meditation, number one, sit with yourself 5-10 minutes, recharge, do it every day, and really try to just tap into the moment, okay? The present moment, the feeling, the energy around you, and that will help kind of recharge you, because it gives you that little timeout that you need if you're going and going and going, and you're efforting and you're trying so hard to get things to manifest or get things to work for you. Okay, so that is number one. Number two, you could do something like acupuncture or Reiki or Qigong. These are all energetic medicines. Qigong is more movement based, so it's basically like a moving meditation, or it kind of goes along with Tai Chi in a lot of sense, but it's basically breathing through and moving, getting the energy in your meridians to move throughout your body. So you can do something simple, just like a bear pose or tree pose, where you're just like standing with your arms out in front of you, and you're holding that, and you're focusing on breathing in and out while you're holding that pose. And after a few minutes, it becomes very difficult, and you actually feel the energy getting into the meridians in your arms and throughout your entire body, and that will actually recharge your whole body. So any kind of energy medicine, Reiki is good for just balancing everything. Acupuncture helps boost the body's chi, the body's energy, so you could do that as well. The third way you can recharge is go out in nature. Sunshine, natural sunshine. We take for granted how deficient we are, and especially in this country, with normal sunshine. Just like a lot of us don't even get like 5-10 minutes a day. I know I don't a lot of days, and it affects me because I live by the sun. I love the sun. So when it's gloomy, you notice that you're not as vibrant, your body's natural vibrancy. And that's because you don't have that sunlight coming in. You're not getting the vitamin D. You're not getting, those feel-good chemicals, radiating throughout your body. So go out in the sun, or go out in nature, go out in nature. If you have like a nice backyard with trees and stuff like that, that is a great way to recharge your body's energy. So these are just 3 very simple, quick things that you can do, or ways that you can plug yourself back in, recharge, and take the time to do it for self-care. It's so important to get your body's vital energy, because we all have the vital energy. It doesn't go away, but we become kind of like, we become deficient in the sense that we use it up on other things like overthinking, or we're running ourselves into the ground, and our body now has to pull from external sources or caffeine and things like that to try to boost our energy, but it's just a temporary boost, so we can naturally get it back, it's within us, we have it, The other thing you could do, a little bonus, is do something you enjoy or something you enjoyed as a kid. Have fun, go out and play, you know, anything like that that helps lighten the mood from your normal like boring work schedule will help increase the energy in your body, because it increases your body's natural vibration, because you're feeling better, so your thought quality is better, and this will get you closer to bringing that energy back up from 15-20% to 30 to 40 to 50 all the way to 100, and then you'll be able to manifest things again easier and quicker, and get stuff to work for you without fighting, without efforting, because you're now going to be in the mindset that, you know, what I want is already in my life, so I'm not forcing it, I'm not frustrated about it, I'm not gripping it, I'm not trying so hard to bring things, material things into my life, you know, because you're in a different state of mind now. When you're tired, your state of mind is shitty. When you're awake and you're vibrant, your state of mind is all the way up here. You feel more whole, you feel more complete. But when you're down here, you don't feel whole, you don't feel complete. You're more in like that lack, frustration, irritated mindset that you can't get anything to work for you in life. And that's the difference, okay? So that's the difference. Feeling whole and complete versus feeling just really like low energy vibe. Not cool. So take the time for yourself. It's so important to recharge, plug yourself back in, get that battery powered up, and that's all I got, you know. So I hope this was helpful. Let me know in the comments below. If you have not subscribed, please do so. I put out a video every single morning, and I hope you guys have a great day. All right, peace.